going to give you two perspectives on this. First, Bernie Sanders.
When we talk about jobs, what we have also got to appreciate is that while it is absolutely imperative that we create millions of decent paying jobs, it is also equally important that those jobs pay people a living wage. All over this country right now, in Vermont and in New Hampshire, you have folks who are working 2 or 3 jobs. They're working 50, 60 hours a week trying to provide for their families, trying to cobble together some health care. And in my view, when we have today a federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, we have just got to recognize that that minimum wage is totally inadequate. We have got to raise that minimum wage to a living wage. And I believe that over the next several years, as cities like Los Angeles and Seattle have begun to do, we've got to raise that minimum wage to $15 an hour, because I think if somebody works 40 hours a week, that person should not be living in poverty.
Next, Donald Trump.
Minimum wage. At a debate, you remember what you said. You thought you didn't want to touch it. Now you're open to it. What changed?
Let me just tell you, I've been traveling the country for many months, since June 16th. I'm all over. Today I'm in the state of Washington. I have seen what's going on, and I don't know how people make it on $7.25 an hour. Now, with that being said, I would like to see an increase of some magnitude, but I'd rather leave it to the states. Mm-hmm. Let the states decide, because don't forget, the states have to compete with each other.
Right. You want but should the federal government set a floor, and then you let the states?
No, I'd rather have the states go out and do what they have to do. And the states compete with each other, not only other countries, but they compete with each other, Chuck. So I like the idea of let the states decide. But I think people should get more. I think they're out there, they're working. It is a very low number. You know, with what's happened to the economy, with what's happened to the cost, I mean, it's just, I don't know how you live on $7.25 an hour. But I would say let the states decide.
There's no doubt that workers need to make more than the current $7.25 an hour. However, who's right? Bernie Sanders or Donald Trump? That's up to you to decide.